Hi, everybody. This is Gary Demos, Sentiment Timing, and this is our technical video report for Wednesday, June 25th, 2025. So, nothing really happened today. What we saw was the market didn't go straight up. I still don't think the highs are in just yet. But as I've been saying, these bearish divergences, they're warning signs. And I don't know when it tops. Maybe we need to make new all-time highs first. I'm not really that concerned about it because where we got out right here after being long here, mainly that was really the quantum stocks that I was referring to on it, and a lot of them have had a decent pullback from there. So they're giving us an opportunity. We want to just keep an eye on the support levels, and as far as the indexes, I'm just trading them on a day-to-day basis. When we were down here, this was the swing trade, and it was it was just you buy all the dips. Now it's since we got out, we really just been chopping around. We broke out here, so maybe we need to get up there. But as I said, these sell signals right here are definitely giving warning signs that we're probably going to come down and close some of these gaps. Now, when? I don't know. It could start in a week or two. Maybe it doesn't happen. Like I said, I just think the easy money was made. This is chop right here. And you really have to pay attention to each day because, as much as we got a rally off of the Iran bombings, which still kind of I'm scratching my head on it. But in any case, you can get a move down just as fast. So I've just elected to go market neutral. I have not been saying to short this market, but well, I've been saying just be careful and be cautious, and really it's because of just some of the sell signals on the longer term charts. So it appears, from what I'm looking at here, that there's 5 waves: 1, 2, 3, 4, and now we're making a wave 5. So this could end anywhere here. It may have been the top today. We may have to head higher. We may go up to 6,200. Again, I don't really know, and that's why I'm really trading on a daily basis, and I'm not really just looking to hold anything overnight because I just think it's cautious on it. I think there's a lot of risk to it that you can wake up and something else geopolitical hits and, the S&Ps are down 100. So I'm, as I said, just, I'm market neutral. I'm watching the quantum stocks. I'm buying weakness and with the indexes, I'm going to wait for, a little bit of a deeper pullback, whether it come down to the 5853 or down to the 5700 or even, coming down a little bit deeper. I'm not sure where it goes on it. I do believe it will be a buying opportunity, but right now, I think buying up here, it's just asking for trouble, even though it's been working out right now, and I may sound like a broken record, but that's fine with me. Like I said, we got out, during this time period right here, and we made the easy money. So now it's just chopping around and even going below where we're, where we got out or getting up to it. So getting down to it. So I'm fine with this. Just let it go. And like I said, just keep an eye on the quantum stocks because those are the ones that are giving us an opportunity to buy at a little bit cheaper. The only concern I have with that is, they're dropping some now, but if we do get some kind of hiccup or downturn, are they going to drop more? So I'm always, I'm more on the side of keeping some cash on the sidelines with it, whether you're building a position on them or you're just waiting for it to come lower. But, my take is, you want to just layer in on weakness and then, when we get the big moves up on them, you take some off. So, again, whether we're finishing it, we got to make new highs, we'll find out soon enough. But to me, with these sell signals in place, I just be really, really cautious right now. So 60-minute chart does not really have it because you can see this gap up in here. This is the top right here. So we pulled back on the momentum here, and it's coming back up, and this could be setting up the bearish divergence. Me personally, I'd rather see the bulls come down somewhere into the 60-50 level or 60-37, test the moving average, and then move up. That would actually give us a more defined sell signal. But again, you have support is that this is really really the important support, which I'll show you on the other chart, and that's at the 60-60. But you can see right below it, we have 60-40, 60-37. Now, and that's also the 60-28 is the gap fill here. And if it gets below, then we're coming down and testing these lows. But it's really not that big of a pullback on it. But again, I think there's going to be one that's going to be a little deeper. I'm not there to tell you when it's going to happen. We just have to keep an eye out on it. So this really just looks like consolidation right now. So it would assume that we would have a pop higher. How high? We may come up and test these highs here at the 61.53 level, or maybe just make it up to the 62. But we should get some sell signals with it with a new high there. 15-minute chart. So this is what I was talking about. This is an important support level here because you can see it's the gap here. This is where the gap started on it, and we also have this price right here. So this is this is going to be the area that you really want to look, because if the bears lose that, if the bulls lose it, again, we have this support at the 60-50, but now we're looking at a move coming down to close the gap or test the 60-35 or down to the 60-30. Again, upside, we have to just kind of wait and see when things start to die out on it. It could be just the previous highs that we made back in January, or we're gonna head up to the 6,200. We just, like I said, just keep an eye on it. Again, I'm not recommending to short this market, but I'm saying just be a little bit cautious and be patient and wait for the market to come to you. And when it does, then you start buying again. So 15-minute chart, we're getting into the overbought levels. Here you can see we had the bearish divergences on it. So when they moved up again today, actually in the room, I had suggested to take a SPY put trade on it, and it worked out really well. I think they made about $1,000 on about $1,000 investment. So it was 1 for 1 on it, but there was really not a whole lot of stress. IWM was actually the weakest today. That's where, from my personal account, I was working. I actually put it into the trade room as well, but it never got up to the area because I took the short yesterday and before the market closed when I was traveling on my phone, and that worked out good because I had the 614s and the 214s, and ended up going all the way down to 211.75. So that was a decent trade, but. If we come down, obviously this is going to be the important support for the bulls right here, 60-80. If they lose it, then we're going to assume that we're coming down to the 60-58, 60-50, or coming down to these levels here. So that's really about all I have. The bears tried to push it lower. We ended up closing right where we opened. So no harm, no foul in either direction. And with that, let's see what plays out tomorrow. Actually, the fund, we made $900 today, so decent little day. It wasn't a whole lot of trading with it. I had an appointment today. But in any case, let's see what plays out tomorrow. Have a great night, and I'll talk to you guys in the morning.